morning, sir.
Good morning, sir. Good morning.
Good morning. Good
Good
morning.
morning.
Hi, Jasmine. Good morning.
Good to see you, Himanshu. Prince.
Let's just wait for a few more people, then we can start, Jasmine. Is that okay? Okay.
So, good morning, everyone. Today we have Jasmine with us and Sameer Chopra, sir. We welcome both of you. And this will be a very insightful session for all of you. So, kindly pay attention and we'll take the Q&A at the last. And we'll start in a couple of minutes, right? Thank you, Jasmine, and all the best for this session.
So while we are waiting for the session to start, I just wanted to tell all of you that this session or the agent-led training programs specifically are not only for business associates of EXP India. They are for firstly, all EXP associates across the globe. Okay, every agent, every business associate, every business partner of EXP across the globe. That's one very critical thing. The second thing is this is also for those that you feel may want to join EXP. So please share it with them because you can build your downline with this. It does not have the people who come here and are registered, as your guests, they will not necessarily say that I want to join the speaker because the speaker may be in a different city. But they will definitely say that I would like to join EXP after hearing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 different associate-led training programs. So keep that in mind, please, that this is not only for EXP India agents, but EXP agents across the globe, as well as all possible prospects. And let me go even further. We are part of a real estate community, right? We're part of the real estate community. We owe it not only to ourselves, but to the entire industry to educate everybody, to train everybody. Please think of it as a selfless job. Even if somebody doesn't want to join us, that's fine. As long as the person wants to upgrade himself or herself, educate, upskill, share it with them. Please request your friends, colleagues. They might be competitors for all I care. They could be with Remax, could be with Century 21, could be with Keller Williams, could be independent, could be in another franchise, could be anywhere. It does not matter. They could be part of your local association. NAR has 30, 40, 50, 60 associations across the country. You may be part of that association, or you may be knowing some people in that association. Share it with them. You might have done business with other people who are not obviously from EXP. Brokers, you might be on real estate broker or agent groups, associate groups. Share it with them. This link of the agent or the associate-led training program, my request is please share it with anybody and everybody that you know who is in the real estate industry. And the appropriate ones, you may even share with some of your clients. You may share it with developers. And why am I saying this? I'm saying this because it's good to get educated. Would people not want to know how to do business in Dubai, as an example? Would people not want to know how to become a social media influencer? Would not people not want to know how to build teams, how to get exclusive mandates, how to sell exclusive mandates? All this, if you give back to the society and especially to your industry, you will get back multifold. Maybe 1 out of 10 or 1 out of 100 of those might want to join you or join somebody else in the group. But besides that, if nothing else, you're earning goodwill. Your brand is getting a name, you're getting a name. So it's okay. It's good to be selfless and not selfish and share the link with anybody and everybody. Let me give you a real live example which happened 2 days ago. There's a group in Canada and the US, initially in Canada and then spread into the US, called GREM. I had once on one of my podcasts a gentleman by the name of Rajwinder Sandhu. If you recollect, he came on a podcast amongst many others, person of Indian origin, EXP agent in Canada. He put me onto that group. Now that group has some 1,500 people. That's a team of 1,500 people. And that is led by a gentleman called John Tsai, Tsai. Okay. This gentleman was doing a show. Again, it was an EXP explained actually. I took that and shared it with, because the link was with me, I shared it with all of you. And to my delight, even though it was last moment and it was starting in 2-3 minutes and it was middle of the night, at least 8-10 of you joined, which is such a lovely thing. But the point is, what was he doing? He was so grateful, he was so gracious, and he took our names, he took our questions, and it was a lovely upskilling for me also, because I saw how, he literally did it like a speed date. In 30 minutes, he completed an EXP explained, which is really nice to learn. So it was great learning for me also. His slides were very good. I, screenshotted a few slides, and I've told already my team to look at some key points from there and use them in my own next EXP explained or your EXP explained. So all of you should do EXP explains also. Each one of you is as great a speaker, as great a business associate as myself or Jasmine or Bilesh or Sundar or Anil. I can see the faces, so I'm taking their names, but all of you put together, everybody. So please utilize this. That's my request to you. Please go into it. Rahul, you too. I can see you as well. So utilize this and share it with everybody, and you will get back so much in return. I can promise you that. You should be known as a social media influencer, as a person who has great knowledge about real estate, is a great speaker, good presenter, because leaders follow leaders. And you want leaders to be part of your team. You do not want people who are only joining for the sake of joining and then not doing transactions, not growing their business, therefore not growing your business. So be a good, great leader. You will see others also join you the same way. Okay. With that, let me initiate this agent-led training program, associate-led training program, as we call it in India. I have the pleasure of introducing Jasmine Arora. Jasmine is an EXP agent from India, based partially in India, partially in Dubai. She moves between these two countries, and I know that she also moves into Thailand. She probably, pre-forecasted the unfortunate war, and she said, "Let me see if the Thai properties also that I can sell to Indians who wish to invest overseas." Of course, this is all about today. It's all about UAE, specifically Dubai, but we will do a session on Thailand also. I'm already working on that, and we will have that also, because you need to have alternate investments. Having said that, Dubai is a great investment. I'm glad there's so many of us on this call. There are about 45 of you or 45 of us on the call. So let's listen to Jasmine. Let's understand how sitting in India we can do business in Dubai, or how we can go to Dubai and do business as well. Of course, we have to stay within the norms. They have certain policies. I know that they have, licensing, etc. So whether you're selling or you're giving references or you're exactly how you're working, and Jasmine, you will be sharing in more detail. So with that, over to Jasmine, and I'm going to switch my video off so that the full gaze is on Jasmine hereafter. Thank you very much for being on the show, Jasmine.
Thank you so much. And hello, everyone. I'm super, super excited to have this conversation with each one of you. So can you type in the chat and tell me which part of India are you connecting from? Bangalore, Noida, Bangalore, New Delhi. Amazing. So all over the world. And so I'm going to continue to ask you to type in the chat and have conversation with you. And I also request you to turn on your cameras if you can, so I can see you, connect with you. And there's two reasons why I'm going to ask you to write in the chat. Number one, I want to have a conversation with you. I want to see if I can truly help you. And the more I understand about you, your situation, the more I'll be able to help you. Second reason is, as humans, we don't retain so much of information. Like, you can be sitting in a 2 hours of masterclass. This one is not 2 hours, but you can be sitting in a long masterclass and learn nothing if you're not in an active state of learning. And how do we come into that active state of learning? Is by engaging, by writing notes, or by connecting on the chat. So I'm super excited to have this conversation with all of you. I'm gonna be sharing my screen in a minute. And also tell me, how long have you been in this industry? Are you just starting right now, or you have been here for a while? 12 years. That's awesome. Just started 9 months. Okay. So we have the range of people who are seasoned, 12 years in the industry, and people who just started as well. So good thing is today the topic is about how can you sell Dubai real estate from India itself, and which is, a topic relevant for all of you guys. So let's get into it. I want to know from you, did you join this session because you wanted to learn more about Dubai real estate, or are you also in a situation where you have inconsistent months in your real estate business and you want to learn how to build a strong pipeline? If that's you both, okay, awesome. So this is how the flow of session is going to go today. We will start with the foundation that why this opportunity is, important, and why now, and then what are the three main keys that you can learn or you can implement in your business. Then by end of the session you will have a clear action plan on how you can start selling Dubai real estate from India itself. Now before we go into that, I would like to share my journey with you, so you get to know me, you get to know where, I come from, what was my situation. So when I started my real estate journey, I used to be an architect before. I was working as an architect in India, and I decided, okay, I'm going to go to Dubai and explore something different. So I started working in real estate agency. Now, I was lucky enough to be able to close my first deal in my first month, which is quite rare. And after that, I was like, okay, I can sell everything now. So I started calling my family in India. I called my uncle, my mom. This is great. This is super easy. You all should move to Dubai. You should all start selling, Dubai real estate. And then I started going to all these different developers, learning their project. And then 4 months went by and zero deals. When you bring your savings from India, even if there are a lot of savings in India, when you go to Dubai, it's nothing. So I was in a situation where I didn't even have money to pay for my next month's rent. And my mom is calling, she's asking me how you are. And obviously, I cannot tell her the real situation. So it was a very difficult moment for me, but I knew that I cannot go back and I have to make it work. Have you guys ever been in a situation where you felt like questioning everything? You don't know where you're going, you felt lost, you don't know if this is for you, you want to give up, but you can't give up. Yeah, maybe you're in that situation right now. And then I realized that it's never about how I'm going to make it work, it's always about who. What do I mean by who? Who has the results that I want for myself? And I just need to learn from them. So I started asking different brokers who were successful in this industry that what's working for you. Unfortunately, especially in Dubai, there's a lot of gatekeeping. No one wanted to share what's working for them. Some were very generous, some were sharing what's working for them. Otherwise, I learned from YouTube, bought some courses, started learning from different things. And I realized most of the top producers, no matter they're in Dubai, in India, in anywhere in the world, top producers have few things in common. And one of the things that I found common was they all had a niche. They were hyper focused, whether it's a community, a particular area, a particular, community that they are doing, or a target niche, a target audience that they are focused on. So they were hyper focused. They're not trying to sell everything everywhere. And that is the mistake I made for those four months. I was trying to sell everything to everyone. So I went back to the community. I closed my first deal in that was Tilal Gulf in Dubai, and I focused only on that community in the beginning. So hyper focus is number one thing we need to understand when we want to build a garden where the business comes to us instead of us chasing the business. So it does not matter whether you're trying to grow your business in India or in Dubai. If you know what's your niche, it's gonna really help you to grow and scale your business and build a garden so you become known for that. So fast forward from there, in less than 3 years, I was able to close 250 million dirhams, which is about 64 crores, if I'm not mistaken. Um, so I started thinking like a farmer instead of being the chaser, right? So this was my journey. Now coming back to the lesson, always remember, it's not about how to do something, it's about who. Because we don't need to reinvent the wheel. We just need to learn from people who already have the results we want for ourselves, and we just need to learn from them. So now there are two kinds of agents in real estate industry, in any real estate industry. They are either a chaser or a farmer. So chasers are people, they don't have a niche, they don't know where they're focusing, they're trying to sell everything everywhere. They have inconsistent months, they're on a roller coaster ride, and their pipeline is always dry. They don't have consistent, clients coming in, prospects coming in. They don't have a personal brand. But farmers are the people who have a focused niche, a target audience, and they have consistent months. They're making money consistently every month, and they have a self-filling pipeline. So they have consistent flow of clients coming in, and they also have a strong foundation, strong personal brand, systems in place. So, and I get it. We all start from somewhere. We we can start from, like, I started as being a chaser as well. So maybe you're in a position where you feel that okay, you are chasing the business. And that's how we all start, which is okay. But the main question is, okay, how can I transition from being a chaser to becoming a farmer in this industry, right? So this is what I'm going to talk about, whether it's in Dubai, whether it's in India or anywhere in the world, same thing applies. Now coming to framework. Okay, what are the three keys that is going to help you to sell um, you know, Dubai, Dubai real estate. The good thing is, because we are associated with EXP, EXP is a platform which allows us to sell real estate in Dubai from India itself. Now, we cannot sell secondary real estate in Dubai because for that we need a RERA license. We need to be licensed in Dubai. But we can sell off-plan properties. Now, those of you who do not know what's off-plan property, it's under construction properties which are selling directly from a developer. Because EXP is associated, working in 29 countries right now, more than 90,000 brokers working with us, and we are associated and already registered with the developers in Dubai. This is why we are able to sell real estate from India itself in Dubai, right? So if you're already part of EXP, that's great. If you want to be part of EXP, then you can reach out to us. So there are three main keys. Okay. Knowledge, known, and cultivation. So I'll get into each one of them. First one is knowledge. So are you the broker with right knowledge? Are you, equipping yourself with the right knowledge about the developer, about the community, about the city? Can you be a trusted advisor? Because right now, buyers are very smart. They're doing their own research. They already know a lot about Dubai. They're researching on YouTube. They're researching on, Chat GPT. So are you the person who has the knowledge about Dubai? Are you the person who has the knowledge about projects? And good thing is we host a lot of developer briefings in EXP that, always Rachit is sharing in the group, Sam is sharing in the group. So you can always attend those briefings. So you're always aware, okay, these are the new projects upcoming. These are the developers who are working in Dubai. So it's super, super important to gain that knowledge in the first place. Because without that knowledge, you'll not be able to sell Dubai real estate. Second key is, before I get into that, I want to ask, if you think of a soft drink, what name comes to your mind?
Coca-Cola.
Okay, Coca-Cola. Someone said thumbs up. Pepsi. Okay, if you notice in the chat, okay, Monica said Rockstar. If you notice in the chat, most of the people are gonna say Coca-Cola, Coke, or Pepsi. Why do you think that is? Why do you think this name comes up? Even if you don't drink it, you probably named it. Brand image. Yeah, yeah. Association. So we associate that soft drink, we associate Coke and Pepsi with a soft drink, right? So they have acquired the real estate of our mind. So they have the mind share. So that is what we want. We want to become known for a particular thing. Even with ChatGPT and AI right now, if you noticed, 67% of home buyers are using AI in their home buying research right now. And AI is recommending them agents. But the thing with AI is it cannot recommend people who don't have a specific association. You need to be known for something specific for AI to recommend you. If someone is searching, okay, I'm planning to relocate from India to Dubai, who's the best real estate agent, your name should come up over there. And how it will come up? When you're present, when your brand name is known over there, right? And the power of brand, the power of being known is so big. To give you an example, so my mentors, he's a legend. He's Josh. He has sold more than 7,000 homes, built a big coaching business. If we look at Josh, and there is a person called Tom Ferry. Have you guys heard of Tom Ferry? So Tom Ferry is like super famous real estate coach in across the globe. Now Tom Ferry is also great. His insights are great. At the same time, he has never been a real estate agent himself. So if I look at both of them, I know for a fact that Josh has much more credibility, has been there, done that, has better insights. But if you look at their coaching business, if Josh probably makes couple of million dollars a year, while Tom Ferry makes $60 million a year in his coaching business. And the reason why that is, even though Josh probably has better insights, the reason why is because Tom Ferry is more known. He has a bigger brand. So that is the power of being known. So it's super important that people know you, because if they don't know you, they won't be able to actually, reach out to you. So this is one of the models that you can follow if you are building your content. Are you guys posting any content right now? Or you've been thinking of starting it, or you've been doing it for a while? Can you type in the chat and tell me what's the stage of content you are? I know there are some great influencers with us at EXP as well, who have been doing this for long time, maybe years. Okay, some of you are posting on Instagram, some of you are posting on YouTube, some of you are just starting out. So if you're just starting out, or if you need more clarity on how to grow your personal brand, it's not important how many followers you have. It's more important that you have the right kind of followers, that you have the right audience who is engaging with you and who is truly, reaching out to you or connecting with you. So it's important that we provide value, provide market insights, and it's important that you share your journey, your story, so they can associate with you, they can connect with you, and then what's your focus, what's your niche, and also social proof. What are the results? What have you helped your clients with? What are the testimonials? Awesome. So, for example, if you want to get clarity on your niche, so this formula or this sentence can really help you. Okay, I help so and so to achieve this result without this pain, right? So maybe you can say, okay, I help Indian investors to relocate to Dubai or invest their capital to Dubai without, wasting their time. So this can be your positioning statement. Now, third key is cultivation. So the thing is, people don't buy immediately from the first contact, and fortune is in the follow-up. Maybe you've heard this before. And this is so true. You have to at least speak with a person 6 to 8 times to be able to convert them. Yet most of the real estate agents drop the follow-up after 2 to 3 messages. So it's super important that you continue to cultivate that relationship. Now, even let's say you're working with homeowners. Okay, let's say you're working in a secondary market in India or anywhere in the world, then you're speaking to homeowners. Usually, people will just call and say, oh, do you want to sell or rent your house in the first message or first call? The problem with that is it's very similar to dating. If you ask a girl to marry you on the first date, it's obviously going to be no. So you have to build up to that. You have to provide that value, right? So to provide that value, you need to first understand what's their position, what's their play. Are they even planning to sell right now? Because homeowners, out of 100% of homeowners, only 3 to 5% are actually going to sell right now. That does not mean that we will leave rest of the 95% out of it. we have to continue providing value to those 95% of the people as well. Same goes with the buyer, same goes with the seller. So let's say you have found prospects that you would like to introduce to Dubai real estate. So instead of asking, oh, do you want to invest in Dubai? Start with providing value, and don't provide value or share market updates or share construction update only once. Share it continuously every single week, sometimes for years. Because if you have been doing this, if you have been in real estate for a while, you already know that there are some people who come back to you and buy real estate after years, 1 year, 2 year, a few months as well. So how do you continue that relationship is by providing value continuously. Good thing is now there are so many automation tools, so you can use email drip campaigns, you can use WhatsApp automation to continue sending them, providing value every single week. Okay, so what does it even mean to provide value, and why are we providing value? Okay, let's start with building trust. How do you think a person builds trust? How do you build trust in your real estate business? Type in the chat and share with me what do you think trust means. Interact. Okay. Okay, let me ask you this. Consistency, transparency. Okay. So let me ask you this. Do you trust someone that you have met 2 days ago or that you have met 2 years ago? Who would you trust more? Type in the chat, 2 years or 2 days ago. Who would you trust more? 2 years ago? Yeah. Okay. So time is one of the factors of building trust, right? Now, do you trust someone who keeps giving stuff or keeps asking for stuff? Let's say your neighbors. Who do you trust more? The givers or the takers? The givers, right? So the second factor of building trust is providing value. Now, that does not mean you have to wait 2 years to build that trust with your clients. In fact, we want to build that trust immediately. But that means providing value consistently over time. This is what we want to do. And this is why we are sending messages every single week, not asking for, oh, do you want to sell or rent your house? Do you want to invest in Dubai? But continuously providing value, that this is what is happening in the market. This is what is happening with the construction update, or, this is what is valuable to you. This is the mistakes that you can avoid, or this is the tips for first time investors. So continuously providing that value. Then we want to qualify and understand, because you have to understand number one thing. Why do anyone buys anything? Because they are at island one, they are at a current situation, and they want to reach island two, which is their goal. So unless we understand their goal and we understand where they are right now, we are not able to help them to reach there. This is our goal. This is our duty or job, to help them to reach from island one, island two, from their current situation to their goal. And this is why it's super important to understand the goals of your clients. I've seen so many agents, and I've made this mistake as well myself in the beginning, where what happens is a client says, can you show me this XYZ project? And you send all the details. Then the client says, can you show me ABC project? Then you send all the details. And after a few days, he ghosts you. The client ghosts you. Has this ever happened to you? Why do you think that up? Why do you think client ghosts you in that situation? Because you were sending the information without understanding their goal. So we need to first have a conversation. Okay, Mr. Buyer, Mr. Seller, Tom, or whatever their name is, what is your goal? What's your plan? Even if you ask this one question, what's your plan? They will give you, okay, actually I want to buy, I want to buy in Dubai real estate so I can sell after a year, because my daughter is getting married and I just want to grow my money so I have more money when I marry her. Or I want to sell it after 5 years because my son is going to go to university, and that's when I would need the money. So it's super important to understand their goal. So Chandra made a good point that in India, customers prefer direct purchase from the builders. So yes, that is true, because they want to save their money. They try to purchase directly from the builders. So how do you avoid that, or how do you make them understand why it's important to use or take help of a real estate agent? Is because if you're buying from a particular builder, he's only going to tell you information about that builder. But as a real estate agent, we can guide you and show you different options. And again, this comes back to the same thing that we were discussing right now. When you understand the goal of your client and their current situation, you are able to help them achieve that goal, and you are able to understand and identify what is that vehicle. Let's say you want to go from Delhi to London. You don't really care whether you're going on a plane or you're going on a ship. You just want to reach there. But then, yes, you also care that, okay, plane is going to help me reach there faster. So you identified the vehicle, that this is the most efficient vehicle for me to reach there. This is what we are doing for our clients. This is the goal of my client. This is this current situation. What is the most efficient, vehicle to help him get there? And that vehicle becomes the project. Then you can show him that why this project makes absolute sense for you. Because not every project is going to make sense for every client. This is where we come into the picture as the advisors.
If you allow me,
And then,
Jasmine, if I may
yeah,
just broadly touch upon this particular topic because this is very important. And essentially, whenever a sale is done, a sale has three parts to it. There's a pre-sale, there's a sale, and then there is a post-sale. So the pre-sale is the discovery time. At the discovery stage, a person always needs an agent. And why does he need an agent? He needs an agent because the agent will take him, like Jasmine said, to various projects. They will tell them the pros and cons of not only projects of a developer, but of multiple developers. So now that is something which is very important, and you have to explain to anybody who says, why should I come to you? And in fact, you can use these in your reels. Krishan Kumar, could you please mute yourself? Krishan Kumar, please mute yourself. Thank you. Please mute yourself. Thank you. So what happens essentially is if you use this as reels, people will understand the importance of why you should go to an agent or a salesperson or a broker, whatever by whatever name you call it. The choice then is of the customer that he's able to broadly look at various developers, in fact, various cities, then various developers. Because, as an example, if I tell you Dubai or say Phuket, now that's a choice which you can make yourself also, but no developer can make it, or you can have a counselor. This is a financial counselor, a real estate counselor. So, an agent is your counselor. He guides you which city, if you want to make an investment to buy a second home or a holiday home, should I go to Dubai or should I go to Phuket? As an example. Then, if I go to Dubai, should I take something on the beach or should I take it, that means near the sea, or should I take it on a golf course, or should I take it in Business Bay, which is the central, like a central business district? So that is another. So there are various choices. Then, should I take an apartment or a villa? Now, this is the counseling which a real estate agent can give, which is priceless for you to make. This is pre sales. Then, during sales, what is the right price? Because there may be a market price, but the developer may give a special price also to the agent. The agent may also have secured certain apartments because of the fact that he has a great relationship with them. The agent may be able to get you a PLC without paying a PLC. That means a preferred location without paying the preferred location charges. So that and many other things come in the sales side. Then after that, even if there's a builder buyer agreement, etc., the stage from there to the time when you get possession, there could be a delay in possession. There could be an issue where you are unable to make a payment at a particular time. There might be a mortgage issue. There might be certain times where he's not giving possession or you've got possession, but there are things which are not working well and you have to get that sorted out with. So he is an intermediary, and therefore you have to understand that you yourself and we ourselves as business associates and agents and intermediaries or brokers or whatever you call yourself, we ourselves need to ensure that the buyer and the developer both understand our role and the importance of our role, because our role is priceless, and we are the ones which will help even the developer. Because if the developer does not is not able to get money out from somebody, maybe you've got only an investor to him. If the developer can't get money, at times he can't complete the project. So again, he needs you to bring the investor or the client onto the table to have a discussion. So that intermediary role of ours is priceless and should never be undermined, and be very proud of it and share it in your social media. Make maybe 20 reels of what is the importance of being a real estate broker. Sorry, Jasmine, for having hijacked this. My apologies, but I thought it'll be important for me to share it. And thank you for the question as
This was very insightful, Sam, and I agree, truly understand what you said. And also, to add to what Sam said, after the sales, we also provide service with, if a person wants to rent the property they bought, or they want to sell the property they want, that's when we can also help them. Plus now, because we are, working with EXP, more than 90,000 brokers, you're able to share an opportunity, or someone wants to rent or sell their home, you can share it with the, agent partners, and they can help you as well to sell and rent those homes. So it gives that leverage to you as an agent as well. So thank you, Sam, for sharing that. And third thing I want to say is, after you qualify and understand the person, then third thing is, try to book a meeting as soon as possible, because the time it takes to build trust and credibility on a WhatsApp message or a call is 6 to 8 messages or 6 to 8 calls. But you can build the same trust and credibility in just one-on-one meeting. So if you're not able to meet the person in person, you can also do a Zoom meeting with them. So try to book a meeting ASAP and try to have a deeper conversation. Then from there, it's super important to follow up and inspire fast action. Now, these are some of the developers that usually people prefer. If it's an end user, they would prefer Imar, Shobha. If they're investors, the Mag, Bingati, and first time buyers, especially in India, you must have seen the boards everywhere of that new 1% payment plan. So that is again another great opportunity for you to focus on. How many of you have seen the new posters in India? Yeah, some of you? Okay. So now I want you to think of a person in your network who has shown interest, or you think might be interested in investing in Dubai. Then why should a person even invest in Dubai? Tax benefits, capital appreciation. Now you might be thinking, okay, but Jasmine, we are looking at the news. How many of you have seen the news about what's happening in Dubai? And also tell us that what have you seen in the news? What do you think is happening? What do you think is happening in Dubai? Because usually what Indian news channels show can be different. War, scary, panic. I'm just reading your messages. It's raining in Dubai. Yeah. So few days ago, I was at a business lunch in Business Bay. So Business Bay is the downtown, is the main central area, close to airport. So then we heard blast in the air, and we continued, carried on our lunch. So I'll tell you what actually happened and why did we heard that loud noise. So what's happening right now? Yes, there are some attacks going on, and missiles coming over here. But because UAE has an amazing defense system, so they're intercepting all these missiles. So the boom or the noise that we heard was actually interception of that missile. So we still feel quite safe over here. And let's see how it goes. Another thing I want you to realize and notice, there is no such thing as good market or bad market in real estate. You know why I say that? Because transactions are always happening, and market is always good for someone. We just need to identify who is this market good for. People are always buying real estate.
may I
Even if you look at,
may I give
yeah,
I'm so sorry, may I give some two thoughts over here. One
yeah,
is that we all have to understand that while there are problems taking place because of war, let me ask you this question, and I don't know the answer myself, by the way, but I'm giving you a food for thought. In a metropolitan, whether it's Delhi, Mumbai, or any other, city of India, can you figure out the number of deaths or injuries, grave injuries, through car accidents? Okay, if you figure out the number in, say, the month of March, and then see the number of people that may have got injured or passed away in Dubai or Kuwait or these other destinations, you will see that the numbers by car accidents may be more. That is the sad reality of life. And that is something which I'm not saying that's the reason for you to buy, and that's the reason there is no, for you to even travel there or anything else. So, but I'm just saying that it is in context, because what typically is happening, if you have a good defense shield, you can stop the missile, but the debris of the missile will still fall somewhere that they have not been able to vaporize or evaporate. So, unfortunately, that'll fall somewhere, and it can fall on a home, on a building, on an individual, or on the street or somewhere. That is still there. But think about it, how many, what is the fatality rate of vehicle accidents in a large metropolitan versus a place like Dubai having fatality that is taking place. So that is one thing I want you to understand in terms of context. The second is, like Jasmine rightly said, that the there's an opportunity for, we are, by the way, not buyers or sellers. Let's understand this. We are intermediaries. We help buyers and sellers. But there's an opportunity in every market, irrespective of how good or bad it is. And that opportunity is for you. There may be a person who doesn't want to be in Dubai. Period. I don't want to be there. I'm leaving. I hate the country. I'm very scared. It could be something like that. That person will do a distress sale, right? But the other person sitting somewhere else, maybe in the same city or a different place, may say, I love the place. I believe in it. I think they're doing a great job in security. They're doing a great job in food supplies, in energy, and so on and so forth. Waters, this desalination is still taking place, and so on and so forth. And therefore, I will take the punt. I will take the risk and buy that property because I'm getting it at a 30% or 40% discount. So he may want to buy it. So what are we? We are intermediaries. We are brokers. We are agents. We help a buyer and a seller. One is a buyer representative, one is a seller representative, and we help them. Then there are projects which are already running. Let's talk about, because this is secondary market, that is resale property. But like Jasmine rightly said, you can only work on the primary market, which is the off-plan market right now. In that also, people have unsold inventory. People may have new projects which are coming up or being launched, and they want to finish the old inventory. They may have already got a license to start building, so cash flows are required. They might want to hedge their risks because of the war, because their insurance may have gone up. So there are so many reasons. The cost of capital may become dearer to a developer, so he wants to reduce the price of the project and sell it. This becomes an opportunity for you to sell to somebody who believes in it. Never misguide a person to buy, but if somebody is interested in buying, then you have an opportunity to help him buy. That's what I wanted to say. Thank you again, Jasmine.
Yeah, yeah, that is very insightful. Yeah, that's true. And, as Sam said, there are more accidents happening in India in some of the cities as compared to what's happening with the interceptions and very few casualties. And then again, understanding the opportunity that we have as real estate agents and just helping other people to achieve their goals. So some people, as he said, that some people might be scared, they want to exit, and some people see it as an opportunity to invest their capital in Dubai. So now I want to ask you, what do you think is the number one skill any real estate agent needs to be successful in this business? Sales, okay. What else? Communication, okay. Persuasion, patience, good listener, okay. What else? Follow up, okay. Interpersonal skills, okay. Persistence, trust. All of these skills are amazing and we should have them. But the number one skill that agent needs is new client acquisition because you can be the best broker with the best skills, but you'll be a broke broker if you do not know how to generate new clients. So, new client acquisition is the number one skill an agent needs to learn to focus. To never rely on external sources, always be able to generate your own leads, whether through personal branding, through outreach. So, now if we look at how do we actually generate leads? There are thousands of ways of generating leads, but they can be mainly divided into two parts. First is your active source of lead generation when you're actively reaching out to people, pursuing people. Second is your passive source of lead generation when people are reaching out to you. And yes, we all want that passive source of lead generation when people are reaching out to us, business is coming to us, but it takes a while to build that foundation. Whether it's your personal brand or whether it's your referral network, it takes a while to build that. So that doesn't mean we only rely on this. We also need to have an active source of lead generation, right? Whether you're selling Dubai real estate, Indian real estate, doesn't matter. We need that. So for active source of lead generation, it can be your cold calls. Now the problem with cold calls is, let's say you make 100 cold calls every single day for a week. Then for next week, in third week, you'll be busy with the listings, viewings, meeting people, updating CRM. Week four, you will be busy with the negotiations and maybe, the deal goes through that you're negotiating or it falls apart. Now you're back to square one because you didn't have the time to make those 100 calls every day. So it's not scalable, it's not sustainable. Yes, it works. You can start from there, but it's not scalable, it's not sustainable. Also, it can be annoying for the person doing it and for the person on the receiving end of a cold call. So what's the alternative? Alternative can be your DMs, especially now because new iOS system is already here. So there will be call screening. People will already know, okay, who is the person calling. So the answering rate is also going to drop down. So we need to, utilize automation tools or WhatsApp messaging to continuously provide value, build that trust. And after that, if you call a client, then it becomes more of a warm conversation because you've already been speaking to that person on DMs. And because you can automate those WhatsApp DMs, you're able to send messages even if you have 5-10 minutes a day, you're able to set it up, send messages while you're on a viewing, while you're meeting with your clients, right? So I just wanted to cover that as well. Now, for some of you, this might be bigger than transactions because EXP gives you the opportunity to build your residual income, to build your generational wealth. So it's great, doing your deals, etc. On this side, we also want to focus on your residual income, right? What is that residual income? All of you are familiar with the revenue share, right? Anyone here who is not familiar with revenue share, can you please type in the chat if someone is not familiar? Anyone who does not know, just let us know so I can talk more about it. Or if everyone knows, then we don't need to.
You can share a viewpoint of yours, Jasmine. That's fine. Please go ahead.
Okay, perfect. So in revenue share, this is a model where, let's say, you bring on an agent or someone who is not happy at their real estate company. Doesn't matter if they're in India, they're in US, they're in Canada or Dubai, anywhere in the world. Let's say they are your friend, they know you, they're not happy at their current brokerage, and then you introduce them to XP and then they uh, you know, join with you. So you get little piece of the pie every time they close. This is the revenue share model. This is what builds a residual income for you on the side, right? So the good thing is this is what allows a culture where everyone wants everyone to win. So this is what allows, me and my mentor Josh and my mentor Sam to pour so much into each agent to help agents grow because we have a vested interest in your growth, right? So now with co-sponsorship, even if let's say you have a person who wants to join and they need mentorship and coaching as well, so we can work as co-sponsors to help that agent grow, to build that rev share, and to grow your network of agents as well. So if you're already part of EXP and you would like to work together as co-sponsors, please do reach out anytime. And so just recalling what we went through, there are two kinds of agents, chasers and farmers, right? So try to transition from a chaser to farmer if that's where you are. And if you're a farmer, continue to building that and scale to Dubai as well. So I want to ask you guys, what was the number one thing that you learned from the session today? What was your biggest takeaway? Can you type in the chat? Jitin said creating a niche. Okay. Amazing. Farmer quality. Okay. Follow up and complete the sale. Okay. Stronger belief in being a farmer. Awesome. So also share with me what is the one thing that you're going to implement in your business? What's the one action step that you're going to take after this session? So I want you to understand this. How many of you have heard knowledge is power? You have been lied to. Knowledge is not power. Knowledge is just potential power. The real power lies in the execution of that knowledge. So it doesn't matter how much knowledge you gain in this session today. If you do not execute on it, it's a waste of potential. So I want you to share with me what is the one thing that you're going to execute, one action step. That, okay, Jasmine, I'm going to go back and I'm going to send more messages. I'm going to prospect more clients. I'm going to acquire new clients, or I'm going to build my personal brand. What is that one action step that you're going to do after this meeting? And I'm gonna take a screenshot of the chat and I'm gonna message you and check with you whether you did that or you didn't, to keep you accountable. Okay. Sharma is gonna make videos. Balaji is gonna reach out to 5 people every day. Many of you are gonna do personal branding, social media. Okay. Amazing. And the fact that you came here to learn something new tells a lot about you, that you are someone who is open to learning, who wants to grow their business. So I'm grateful for your presence. Thank you for joining us today. And another thing, so I'm going live today on YouTube with Josh, my mentor who has sold more than 7,000 homes. And we are actually going to talk about how do you market proof yourself? Because in his business, he continued to grow his business, scale his business regardless of what's happening in the market. So if you want to learn from him, I can drop in the chat the link for YouTube Live. 1 second.
That'll be wonderful. Please do that, Jasmine. And not only that, we'll share it ahead. I'm going to request all the territory managers to please share it ahead with as many people as you can. And like I said, please share it with EXP agents, non-EXP agents, anybody that you know in real estate industry, whether developer, whether potential buyer, old buyer, anybody, because that is, like she rightly said, and even I fell for the trap. It's not knowledge, it's the dissemination of knowledge, showing that you have the knowledge, keeping it to yourself in a, it's like putting a lead and putting it in the drawer versus having a exclusive mandate and then exhibiting it to everybody. The same way, knowledge is only worth its salt when it's shared with everybody. So that's the key thing. Great learning from you, Jasmine. Excellent. And everybody, please note this link also. I'm going to note this as well. Do you want to tell us what time it is?
It's 8 p.m. Dubai time, so I think it's gonna be 9:30 India time.
8:30 Dubai time?
8 p.m. Dubai time, so I
8 p.m.
think it's
Dubai.
probably
9:30
9:30 India time. Yeah.
Perfect. So 9:30 India. As many of you, let's make a nice note on this and then share it with everybody.
Thank you so
Wonderful.
much. It was so good to see every one of you, and it was an honor to serve you all. Thank you. Thank you, Sam.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thanks, Jasmine. Thanks, everybody, for attending it, participating in it.
Thank you, boss. Thanks a lot.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.
Chopra, good job. Thank you.